Confess Jesus now. TikTok. Oh yeah, I want to say this, man. For the record, YouTube, my comment section, and I ain't scared to say this, so y'all go ahead and say, ha ha ha, he don't even know how to use YouTube. I don't know how to change my name to, like how y'all be changing it to the one phrases. I don't know how to do that. My name is actually Confess Jesus Now. It's not Confess Jesus. It's Confess Jesus Now. And yeah, so get it right. I mean, y'all call me Confess Jesus, whatever. I know that's how it shows up in the comments, but until I learn how to change it, that's just how it's going to show up. But the name is actually Confess Jesus Now. Now that that's out the way, since I've been here in the TTC, man, I only seen like one Arizona Cardinals vid maker. I don't even know if he make bids. I see one fan. I'm not even sure if the dude make bids or not. RTL, I think it is. So I ain't gonna make no hate week video, man. It's like for what? You know, for that one fan. You know, it's fun making hate week vids, but not when you ain't got nobody to talk trash with. So I'm just gonna bypass that whole stuff. But I will talk about the game. We got the Cardinals this weekend, and back in the Georgia Dome. All our games been close in the Georgia Dome this year, but I think that won't be the case this time around. The Falcons, they really got something to prove coming off our first loss of the year. So they have a reason to come out swinging. We got rid of Ray Edwards, and, you know, which I'm glad. I just applaud. I told y'all, God answers prayer. I don't care what you say. God answers prayer, man. Ray Edwards is gone. I'm glad about it. I didn't like him on the team. When I first saw that picture of him online, he's standing in the mirror, you know, with his shirt off and looked like some thongs on with two nipple piercings. I'm like, bruh, oh no, bruh. So, yeah, I'm glad about that, because the boy was costing us so much money, but he was not producing. I think we got like 3.5 sacks from him in a year and a half. And he got 9 tackles this year. We only played 9 games, and 3 of his tackles was assisted tackles. So if you take away those, he only got 6 tackles. He's boo-boo. He lost his job to Corey Bierman, who has been, you know, since he got to Atlanta, he's had a pretty good motor. But I would like to see him get to the passer a lot more. But he's much better than Ray Edwards is, man. So I'm glad about that. Arizona has like one of the worst offensive lines in the league. So we should be able to generate at least 3 sacks. And I would be highly disappointed if we're not able to generate at least 3 sacks against this weak offensive line, man. As a matter of fact, the Dirty Birds, they should be ashamed of themselves if they can't generate at least 3 sacks, man. With John Abraham, Corey Bierman, Jonathan Babineau, and even Corey Peters, man. I don't know who they'll be subbing in and out. I'm looking for Jonathan Masquad. Something telling me that young brother, man, he gonna be a nice end for us, man. I'm really hoping. But something telling me he gonna be able to do it, man. Him, Cliff Matthews, Lawrence Sidbury, them boys should be able to at least get 3 as a team, man. Somebody ought to get at least one single player should at least be able to get 2. Because this is a weak offensive line. We just came off our first loss of the year. They need to come out angry, mad. You know what I'm saying? They got something to prove. To me, you almost have to blow these dudes out because they're one of the weaker teams in the league. You cannot go in there and play like you did against Oakland. Even though that game was a good game, but, you know, we didn't play Atlanta Falcon football. It never should have been that close against Oakland. And it shouldn't be close at all against Arizona. Not coming off our first loss of the season. You know, we ought to come out mad, you know. We got something to prove. Arizona's not doing very well on the offensive side of the ball, if y'all understand. I mean, if y'all see one of my videos that I made earlier a couple weeks ago saying that Fish should be traded because, I mean, they really not using them. If you can't get an O-line, and this has been a recurring thing for them for at least, man, when did they go to the Super Bowl? 4 years ago? Something like that. I can't remember, but they haven't really been doing too much of nothing since Kurt Warner retired. And they haven't been able to give him the ball. I think since y'all understand that, you know, your team is not moving forward, you got to let go of a guy like Larry Fitzgerald. Let that man go. Find somewhere where he can flourish, before the end of his career. He's only played in one Super Bowl game. He played in several playoff games, but he hasn't been able to have that fair shot, except for that. Well, I think he had a fair shot twice, but that's when Kurt Warner was there. But since then, he's been able to do nothing. And before then, he was been able really to do nothing. And I think players like him, and Steven Jackson, and there may be a few more players, dynamic players, like Tony Gonzalez was in that situation before he came to Atlanta. Certain players just don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? And before they end their career, you got to let them boys go, man, because the money, a lot of times when they get to a certain stage in their career, the money don't mean a whole lot to them. They want to win, and I can understand that. And I like Fitzgerald as a football fan. I mean, I'm a Falcons fan, but I love football. Even when the Falcons wasn't making the playoffs, I was deep into football like that, especially in the playoffs, because I just love football. You know what I'm saying? I'm not much of a fan of college football because that's a joke, if you ask me. I mean, I know some people going to probably be like, well, you lost your mind, you stupid, whatever. But I think anytime a computer picks who goes to the championship game, that's a joke. I mean, it's not. It still is any given, I guess it's Saturday with college football, but not so much as NFL. Like, you got a team like Alabama pent up against whoever a weaker team is. You pretty much already know that outcome, and it happens. And there's way too many lopsided victories in college. I'm battling off, but NFL, it really is any given Sunday. It really is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about NFL. Not to mention my favorite team is in the NFL. But Arizona hasn't been able to do too much on the offensive side of the ball. The offensive line is one of the weakest in the league. I feel like they should let Fitz go for some picks or something like that. And try to get a good quarterback. Even though you won't have that receiver, you still got Michael Floyd. You still can get other players and stuff, but let that man go somewhere that he can flourish. The Atlanta Falcons defense should not they just can't let Arizona get off. You can't do that. Which I doubt they will, because even if they had their chances, they're just kind of incapable, it seems, And I'm not trying to trash the Cardinals. Like I said, I'm a football fan, and I'm a realist. It seems that they just can't click. I think Ken Wisenhunt is a great coach, but they just ain't doing it. And like I was saying in the Fish Should Be Traded video, I'm disappointed because as a football fan, I want to see other teams win. It's getting too monotonous, seeing the same old playoff teams: Falcons, Steelers, Ravens, Patriots, Packers, the Bears that came along. It's the same old teams every year in the playoffs. And you would like to see somebody like the Browns get in. You would like to see somebody like the Cardinals get in and make some more noise, or the Seahawks, or the Titans. I like to see the lesser team win. I'm an underdog type of guy. I like to see the people who everybody counts out. I like to see them win. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Cardinals got to do better. They got to play better for that coach and for that city, man. They just got to do better than that. But the Falcons, they don't need to let them come in and start trying to get better on them. We just came off our first loss, so we got something to prove, man. We have to go out there and dominate. I think you got to feed Jaquiz Rodgers the ball. Just let go of the Michael Turner experiment. Just stop. Don't make him the third down back or nothing like that. But give Quiz, I say make it like 70-30 or something like that. Give Quiz about 70% of the snaps, and let's get this thing moving. He's elusive. He's a big playmaker. You get his hands on the ball, things can happen, man. Let go of the Michael Turner experiment. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some type of shakeup in there. So yeah, man. Because what's been happening, not just what happened last week. What happened last week to me as a Falcons fan was like the last straw. It's like, and I'm the type of fan where I root for everybody on the team. Like, for real. Like, even if you getting on my nerve with your play, I still will want you to win. I'm not sitting back like, man, they need to bench this dude. I want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. If you can't get a yard, and not even a goal line stand, it was like at least 2 other third downs where they gave the man the ball and could not convert. That's horrible. They got to let go of the Michael Turner experiment, if you ask me. Give Quiz the ball, man. Start giving Snelling more of the snaps. Give Antone, I don't know if he's still injured or not, but if he ain't, Antone Smith, give him some of the reps. You know what I'm saying? But let go of that Michael Turner experiment. Don't cut him, because don't try to tell me otherwise, but Michael Turner is the best running back statistically in Falcons history. Yes, he's better than 32. He is. If you look at the stats and what he's done for this organization, you know what I'm saying? But so he deserved to be at least on this team till the season is over. But he ain't doing it this year. I heard the man say you go to 5 guys, burgers and fries and stuff. Maybe he need to quit doing that. Either way, he's slow. He's looking soft. You know, he ain't running as hard, and it's getting irritating. You know what I'm saying? I still fully expect our wide receivers to do what they've been doing. I expect Tony Gonzalez to have a great game. I expect Matt Ryan to have a great game, a nearly flawless game against this defense. Even though they are a stout defense, I still expect him to go out there and shine. Because, like I said, it's a statement game to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure everybody is looking. They may not be saying it in the media, but they're going to be looking to see how we bounce back off of our first loss. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody who was anybody was looking for us to lose. If it wasn't that game, they'd have been looking for us to lose the Giants game. You know what I'm saying? They want to see us knocked off, and we got to go out there and do it for not. To me, it's not just for the fans first. The players need to do it for themselves first. If you ain't out there on that field straight hungry like that, you need to go home. You need to be on the flight with Ray Lewis with him and his nipple piercings. That's where you need to be at. You got to do it for you first. It's all in your heart. You know what I'm saying? And then it's for the fans. You know, you do it for you, the organization, coach, blah, blah, blah. But then you got to shine for the fans, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we out here, we looking for bragging rights, man. Not only us, the Poodass, they looking for bragging rights, or they already got them to a certain extent. You know, all these teams, they looking for bragging rights, man. So I feel like you got to do it for the fans, too. We show y'all love. Y'all got to show us love. But that's for another video, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. I won't give a score because you never know. But I do think the Falcons should win this game by at least 15. At least. Because, again, statement game. We are the better team, period, all around. You know what I'm saying? They got, I think, Stevens Howland running the ball. But, I mean, their offense can't deal with our defense. And our offense is going to murder their defense, at least on paper. And playoff teams with playoff hosts, they have to live up to that expectation. And, you know, I think they'll do that. I think it'll be a great game on our behalf. And I think on Sunday it'll be great to be a Falcons fan. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is not a Hey Week vid. I know it probably sounds like I was dissing the Cardinals here and there, but I'm a realist, man. And truth be told, I want to see the Cardinals play well because I root for the underdog. So this is not a Arizona Cardinals hate week vid, but I think we're gonna blow y'all out, at least by 15. I think we're gonna. Let me stop saying blow y'all out. I think it's gonna be we beat y'all decisively. I put it like that. So you take that how you want to take it, man. But yeah, man, DBN, stand up. TTC, it's your boy. Confess Jesus now. TikTok.